Welcome to another Relax and Paint. And today I am going to just relax and do a very fun, easy use, painting, like a landscape with flowers and some assorted brushes. So I hope you're ready. I'm excited to start this new morning with you. And whatever you're watching, please share and subscribe. And when you subscribe, it's free. And if you ring the bell, it tells you when I'm doing a Facebook Live. And lots of times, not a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live. And when I do the YouTube Live, lots of times I give away the painting I'm doing. I also give away lots of tips and tricks and tell you what's going on next in the one stroke world. So thank you for being on with me today, and I hope you enjoy this. So let's get started. So today we're using a 12 by 12. We're using multi-surface paints, different shades of that. We're using my painter sponges. These are one-stroke painter sponges. And we've got some background colors. And I'm going to put on the blue sky first, all right? So what we're doing is we lightly dampen this with water. And we're just going to pick up white and blue on the sponge, okay? And then we're going to go in circular motions because you want this to be bright enough blue. Oops, I didn't mean to get green. Bright enough blue that it shows white flowers when we're putting the white flowers on here, okay? And the circular motion goes into the grain of the fabric canvas, okay? So that's important. And we're going to come all around here, okay? All in here. And let's go across the bottom here. And we're going to have green down here, but we still want this underneath. Now, what I'm doing is there's a couple of things. We can have a very still blue background at the top, or you could put some clouds or whatever in the sky there if you wanted to. All right, so we got a little bit of glare of the light, but I want you to see. I'll put a little bit darker. This is medium blue, and I really didn't need much of that white. And I didn't need floating medium either because I had a little bit of dampness on there we go, on the brush, on the sponge. So I'm going to fold this in half and we put it down in our basin so it doesn't come up and dry out, all right? So next we're going to start doing the grass. Okay, so I'm going to blow dry this slightly up here. What I like to share with you is that I don't like it being a solid one color, perfect color. I like it to have some movement. Can you see the movement in there? And I think that looks good as we get going here. So now what I want to do is I want to use, let's use a larger angle brush here. I wanted to come up in the background and do a couple of things. First of all, let's fill the background a little bit with, we take a mop brush and those are soft goat hair. And there's two in a pack. There's a small one and a large one. I'm going to come in here with floating medium and this dark green. And I did use a little water on this brush. All right, but usually we don't. So I just want you to see I'm picking up the thicket and I'm pulling up. I want dark underneath because that gives you the depth and it looks like it's got depth. All right. So I want it to feel like when you're sponging, I mean, putting the floating medium in green, I want it to feel like you're spreading butter real smooth. Okay. And so we really need it dark there. A little bit of floating medium helps it spread up. All right, and as we put white, like I was saying, if this is too light, I almost put a lot more white in it. And I remembered, ooh, I wanted white flowers at the top. So if I want light flowers on the top and you have cloud looks in there, you might not see it. So You see how that's just filling in pretty quick? And I like to put some right on the sides too if it's hung on the wall. You want it going in as you're walking past it. You can also, not that you'll see it under here, but you'd be surprised if this is over a chair or a couch or something, and you look up, you don't want to see that. Okay, so how fun is that? It's pretty easy. The reason it looks lighter is because when you're putting a little bit of pressure, that lighter color lightens it from there. So I'm going to throw that in the water for right now. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this angle brush, but wait a minute. I was looking for a larger angle brush. So I have that set. Uh, this is the largest. This is the smallest, and there's one in between. But I'm going to go ahead and use this. All right, so what happens is because part of it's cut off, this part's cut off, you don't have to touch and lift. You just go like that and it's going to give you that point. All right, so what we're going to do is I dampened it, laid it on a paper towel, picked up citrus green, this multi-surface paint. What's wonderful is that it has a sealer in it, so it's for indoor and outdoor and all kinds of surfaces. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to hold it up like this so you see. We are going to come in here and while this is wet, we're going to bring, see how I keep picking up? We're going to bring great looking stems for some of these flowers. Now, as you see, as I'm coming through here and I pull it up, I'm bringing some dark green with me because I'm still in that wet green. Can you see that? And I keep coming here and coming back over here. So I'm going to do a lighter here, just a few pieces there, but then come along here and I can put a little bit, well, I am going to sneeze. Sorry. I guess I'm not. I caught it. All right. So let's come over here. So it's easier to pull it to the side like this. And the reason you want to start at the bottom is as you come to the top, you want a thin tip to the grass blade. See that? All right, a little bit more. All right. So I can bring a few in here and I can just come a little bit and pull citrus down. So see, I can come in here with the angle brush. This is a 3/4 inch angle brush and the set of 3. If you buy my most popular brushes, the set of 3 brushes, we have a special always on that. And the 3-piece angle brushes are in there. All right. So by turning that around, and instead of white being on the tip, I'm coming here and I'm doing some citrus. It gives you a little bit more depth. Are you with me? I can also pull a little bit of white. All right. And then we're going to go for some pretty flowers. Okay. So I'm going to wash that brush. Now let's pick up, first thing I want to do is pick up a little bit of, let's decide, we're going to use this fan brush. And what's good about the fan brush is there's some short and longer bristles. And so lots of people just go like this on the chisel and it looks like you went just like that. So we want to make some looks that are a little bit different. So on one end, I'm going to do this color, and the other end I'll end up using pink. All right. So if I come in here with a little bit of white, and I'm just using that one end of it, or sides this way and this way. So this is the edges, okay? So if I come in here and I tap a little bit, it should have a little bit of white and blue. All right, and then a little bit, we're going to do a triangle design. So we're going to tap in here, but I'm bending the corner. So I push down till it bends, and then the white's at the top of it. Do you see that? So cobalt and white. All right, so it's still wet. See, the citrus is still wet, and that's okay. Let's see the triangle of blue. Okay. And then I'm going to wipe this off, and let's pick out magenta. I can do it on the same side with some white. Okay. And so what we're going to do is put a little bit here with the white. We fold it just a little bit. All right, now we need a triangle of that color, right? All right, so let's put a few whites in here. So you want to have different colors. It's got blue and white. All right, and one, two, let's do another pink right in here, this is magenta and white. Okay. And I can put a little bit. You can have more than one triangle, so we can have another triangle here. Okay. All right, I'm going to wipe this off, and I think I want more blue. I kind of changed my mind. All right, so let's come all the way over here and put some white in here too. So I'm folding the corner and then tap some white. Okay. Do a little bit more blue because these are fun. It's kind of fake hydrangeas. Okay, so that's all pretty dark right now. So what I want to show you that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a filbert. See, that's a rounded tip brush. All right. And this is in my signature set, these brushes. And I want you to see that I'm just going to pick up white. Now, I've taken Q-tips and pounced in here too. There's different looks that we've done. But right here, if we just tip the tip of this, all right, let's get blue on here first and then grab white. So you'll see, all right, a little bit of white. And I will show you, I should have had it ready. I don't know why I thought about this now, but I will show you. Let's put some of these Q-tips together. You can do all kinds of daubers and all, but I put 5 of these together, and I need a rubber band. All right. Oh, I already have one made. Sorry. There we are. I thought I was prepared, but okay. So I just put elastic there, and I use these down here. I did 6 on this one, but all right. And then after I use those up, then I slide it there, and I have the other end. Okay, so this will be easier. So while it's wet, I can come right in here, tap, tap, tap on the white. That's easier. All right, but let's put some blue too, because there we go. All right. So that just makes it a quick and easy little project. And even for kids, or you and your buddies want to sit and paint, and since it's like wildflower small size, you can come in here and I tap, 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 fresh blue, tap, tap, and you're getting kind of the same look without a ton of hard work, right? So I am going to slide this down and use the pink ones. So you see, I kind of uh, fan it out just a little bit, and I usually use 5. I got 6 in here. All right, so then this is something to make it. I used to use just a little elastics, but I like this because I can hold that part, the little hair tie. Okay. All right, so we're just going to come here. I think we'll do some butterflies and bees in here. Okay. And let's come over here. And then we do a little bit in here. This is a lighter pink one down here. Okay. All right, so the different variations of shading really makes a big difference too, guys. So now let's go back to this filbert. You can use a couple different size brushes because I use a lot of flats. But like say this one is an 8 or a 6, you can come in with this. I want to show you, I'll put this to the side and show you that I'm going to use some of these other colors here now. So the filbert's the same way. We're using it on the angle and people like it sometimes because it's rounded. And so I would put some orange in here first, like 1 orange and yellow or transparent. Um, so sometimes with the yellow, I add white so it won't be so transparent. So you're going to do that on the angle of this brush. I mean, on the chisel of this brush. All right. But I'm going to go over here. Let's do another one. See, what you want to do is you push and lift, push and lift. All right. But I'm going to show you how I use flat brushes a lot. So I'm going to pick up white with the yellow. This is daffodil yellow and pure orange. So then I'm going to come right in front and add these little strokes on here. So this one would show you that the orange is in the back for depth and the yellow is in front. So you can go right in up on top of this. All right. And over here, I can go right over those strokes. So if you're on the chisel and you push left, you're going to get that same look as the filbert. All right. So we're going to come in here and do some little orange ones behind and another one here. And then we come back with yellow. So let's put some more. We have another orange blossom there. Chisel, chisel, chisel. So you can do all kinds of fun little wildflowers. These are daisies, little teeny daisy clusters. You can make them all white also. But this, you see that bright, that brings a pretty bright color in there. All right. And now I'm going to kind of wipe that and then pick up the yellow. So we're going to come right in here. There's a little flower. And I'm going to come right in here and add it to this bigger flower. All right, so doing something that's really easy, peaceful, not stressful, not major strokes. You see all these are simple little strokes and they make great little greeting cards. You don't have to use a big canvas. This isn't a huge canvas, but it is a 12 by 12. And I love it because you can do all kinds of places to hang in this and looks instead of a rectangle canvas. Okay. Mm. All right, now we are going to put a center in here on some of these. Let's see. Let's put some white. I've got a kiss tool. It's called a kiss tool, guys, but it is really a wipe away tool. And these are very inexpensive, just a couple dollars. So this is fun for you guys to go see. So I'm going to put some magenta in the center. And it's a rubber tip, and it wipes away, like if you're working on glass and stuff, it wipes away spots that you don't want there. But I have to tell you, I am in love with this little tool. I use it for eyes on birds and for working on the beak or just all kinds of little details. And so it's going to be like one of your best friends. So if you're pulling in an order on my website, onestroke.com, throw in one of those tools. We sell them almost in every order. All right, so let me come back here and show you something. Before I go too far, I'm going to take the small angle brush and I'm going to get some citrus and some of the thicket. And I'm going to grab these little daisies and pull. So I put magenta in the centers. You could put citrus in the centers. It's up to you. I'm going to mostly be using dark here. And it depends. If it's really dark underneath, then use citrus on the toe. So the point is the toe and the other end is the heel. When you hear me talking, I didn't say that earlier and I should have. All right, so let's take citrus right here and pull citrus so you see that. What about citrus and white? There, I want you to see it. Okay, so then I'm going to do some white up here, and when I do white up there, you are going to need some little script liner maybe to put the stems. All right, so look at this. I'm using citrus and white on the heel, a little bit different. And then I'm going to come across here and, oops, I'm going to put some strokes right in there that will finish our look off. Just a few stem leaves. See how every little step I'm doing makes it a different finishing look. Okay. Is that looking good, guys? All right, so let's get the smaller brush. This is the 8 or a 6. Remember, this is still an 8. And I'm going to come in here and let's do a few little white blossoms in here. Now, what I want you to do is you push and lift as you come around. And it's nice to leave a space in the middle. Okay. Okay, one thing I like to do if you're saying I'm just struggling with daisies, I want you to see that I do 12, 3, 6, 9, and like a clock, and then I fill in. Okay. And so up here, I can do it shorter in the back and longer in the front. Okay, you just go around, put a few little white stems here and there, like top little starter daisies, starter daisies. One, two, three, four, and it's just getting started. And then you can do these little guys, which are buds popping up, and then we'll put a little end to it. Okay. Mm, that's pretty good. Okay, so before I get too far, I'm going to do a bumblebee. So I'm going to be a big bumblebee. Let's do a smaller one over here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take that liner, like the two strip liner I was telling you about, and I'm going to grab some of the darker green to thick it again. You don't use floating medium. See that floating medium? You don't use floating medium when you're working and trying to get an inky. I want that inky, and I roll it. And then all I'm going to do is, these all look like they're coming from somewhere, but like this, I'm coming in here and I'm going to pull stems on these new buds. Okay. So some of them have stems underneath and it looks like they're already connected. Okay. Now I'm just going to get a little bit of the yellow and put it in the center of these little guys. Dip, dot, dot. You can do two before you go get more, probably. So that's good. And some of these, yeah, I think that's good. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'll put this paint to the side, and I'm going to come in here and pick up some licorice. All right, so I'm just going to put a head on here and a little head on here. Oh, I forgot we got to put wings, sorry. All right, I'm jumping. Okay, let's get that white back, and um, we're going to pick up some white. You can do a little bit of gray on this. Let me put this black out here. All right, I'm going to wipe off that so you're not seeing much gray, but we're okay because we have this white, and you're going to do a leaf. Look, that's a one-stroke leaf, but it comes back to the head. All right, so press, lift to the head, press, lift to the head. So the point, watch this, I'm pushing and I'm standing to a point like a leaf. Just imagine that's a leaf. Well, the leaf is going to touch where the head is, right? So let me show you. I'm going to make this a little inky. This is licorice. Roll it, roll it. All right, so the dark green handle brush has a little bit thinner script liner. So sometimes I like this one, oops, and sometimes I like the other one. So I'm going to go right here and do little stripes right here for the body. And I like to do a little bit of a tail. And what I like to do is just skip it like it's flying. Okay. I'm going to hold it here, touch and lift, and then make little furry stripes. Another one here. You put little legs, but we don't need them. Sometimes I do. All right, so look. All right, so his little trail. All right. And I think that's all. I, I just am gonna sign it and share it so you can make as many flowers as you want, as little as you want, but have a good time. And then sign your piece and share it. We'd love for you to come on our Facebook group. It's the Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. And we love, people are so kind to each other on our site. So come check it out. Um, there's one little thing you can do for shadowing. You can take wet, dry, floating medium, and let's get a little bit of a darker blue, just a teeny bit of a darker, not much. See that? Okay. And I want you to see that I can come right under this B and give it some depth. Okay, like airbrushing. Sometimes they airbrush right under it and make it stronger looking. Okay, let's do this again right here. And that gives you a shadow and lifts it up. Do you see that? Makes it look like it's lifted. Okay, was that fun? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more quick and easy, more detailed, more landscapes, more. I like it that you want more, but tell me if there's some subjects that you feel like I've always wanted to learn this. All right. Thank you so much. And check out my membership too. It's fun. Membership is only $9.95 a month. If you go straight to YouTube.com to sign up instead of going through an app, it's cheaper that way. So, love to share this with you. Hope you enjoyed it today, and I'll see you next time. Fridays are practice strokes, so check out the new ones. Alrighty. Thank you guys. Bye bye.